exploring 30 historical places in Europe. Imagine yourself at the mighty Colosseum in Rome. Can you hear the roar of ancient crowds? Now touch the cool stones of Stonehenge. What secrets do they hold? Next, stroll through Versailles' grand halls. Can you sense the presence of French kings and queens? Europe boasts over 50 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Each one tells a unique tale of our past. Are you ready to visit the 30 most amazing historical spots in Europe? Great! Let's explore these timeless treasures together. Hey there, history fans and adventure seekers. I'm Robert and your tour guide for this epic trip through Europe's past. We're about to embark on an exciting adventure from ancient Greek ruins to icy Nordic castles. Get ready to see the best bits of European history. In our journey, we'll travel across centuries and countries. You'll walk where Roman emperors once strode and see the world through the eyes of Renaissance artists. We'll discover hidden gems and gaze at world-famous landmarks. What's in store for you? We'll explore 30 incredible sites in 19 countries, covering over 5,000 years of human history. You'll see stunning buildings and natural wonders that have become part of history. Why should you care about these 30 spots? Each has played a significant role in shaping Europe, and often the world. These aren't just old ruins or buildings. They're living proof of what humans can achieve when they put their minds to it. These places give us a glimpse into different times, cultures, and ways of life. Plus, they're really cool to look at. So, are you excited to step back in time and see Europe's most impressive historical treasures? Our exciting adventure through Europe's top 30 historical sites will take us over the map. We'll go from the far west to the eastern edge, and from the chilly north to the sunny south coasts. Let's get going! Rundale Palace in Rundale, Latvia. You'll adore Rundale Palace in Latvia. This grand palace is a top spot in Europe for history enthusiasts. Constructed in the 1700s, it's visually stunning with its ornate Baroque and Rococo styles. The renowned architect Bartolomeo Rastrelli conceived it. He began the project in 1736 and completed it in 1740. Remarkably quick for such a massive structure. Rundale Palace offers more than its architectural beauty. Its gardens are equally impressive. You could spend an entire day exploring, immersing yourself in the beauty. Many visitors come here annually to admire its rooms and grounds. It's like experiencing an era when royalty lived luxuriously. If you're passionate about historic buildings and beautiful paintings, consider adding this place to your itinerary. It's one of those historical sites in Europe that will leave a lasting impression. Pula Amphitheatre in Croatia. Step back in time at the Pula Amphitheatre in Croatia. This Roman arena, built in the 1st century AD, still stands tall today. It's one of the best-kept Roman arenas you'll find anywhere. Picture yourself among 20,000 people watching gladiators duke it out. The arena's oval shape, 132 by 105 meters, shows off the Romans' building skills. These days, the Pula Amphitheatre isn't just about history. It hosts concerts and film fests, mixing old and new. You can check out its underground rooms or sit where ancient Romans once sat. As you walk around, you'll feel the weight of 2,000 years of stories. The Pula Arena is where yesterday and today shake hands, showing what people can do when they put their minds to it. Versailles in France. You'll step into a world of royal splendor at Versailles. This French palace wows folks with its jaw-dropping beauty and rich story. Kings once lived here, and now you can roam its fancy rooms. The gardens are a real treat, with fountains that leap and glitter in the sunshine. Versailles isn't just a pretty face. It's packed with tales from the past. It played a big part in the French Revolution. These days, millions flock here yearly to gawk at its glory. As you stroll through its halls, you'll feel like you've returned in time. It's a must-see for history buffs or anyone curious about the royal lifestyle. This palace, one of the most famous historical sites in Europe, lets you peek into the lives of French monarchs. Each room tells a story of power and luxury, from the Hall of Mirrors to the Royal Chapel. Don't miss the chance to wander the vast gardens designed by André Le Notre. They're a perfect example of the French formal garden style. On special days, you can catch the musical fountain shows, a real treat for the eyes and ears. Versailles is more than just a building. It's a symbol of France's past and a testament to the country's artistic and cultural achievements. Your visit here will be a journey through time, art, and French history. Stonehenge in England. Stonehenge is an awe-inspiring feat of ancient engineering in England. This famous ring of stones dates back to 3000 to 2000 BC, predating the Egyptian pyramids. You'll marvel at massive rocks, some weighing up to 40 tons, arranged in a large circle. Experts continue to debate the purpose of our ancestors' construction of it. Was it an elaborate burial ground, a sacred healing site, or perhaps an astronomical observatory? The exact reason remains a mystery. Numerous visitors are drawn to this UNESCO World Heritage Site each year. Walking around these colossal stones offers a profound connection to the past and a glimpse into ancient times. The Visitor Center provides insights into Stone Age life and the construction methods used for this monument. Make sure to explore the reconstructed Neolithic houses and historical artifacts. Stonehenge is more than just an arrangement of large rocks. It's your gateway to understanding our ancient predecessors, so prepare yourself for an exploration of ancient enigmas. Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral in France. Notre Dame de Paris stands proud as a Gothic gem in central France. This grand cathedral attracts millions yearly thanks to its stunning design and rich history. You'll be amazed by the intricate stained glass and detailed carvings on its walls. The church has faced challenges like the significant fire in 2019, but rest assured, it has been restored to its former glory. As you walk through, you'll experience a journey through time, surrounded by a strong sense of faith. Notre Dame is more than just a building. It is of great importance to French culture and demonstrates profound devotion. Its twin towers have watched over Paris for over 800 years, enduring turbulent times and conflicts. Inside, you'll discover a blend of art and faith, depicting stories from Europe's past. From the famous gargoyles to the massive pipe organ, fascinating elements await at every turn. And take advantage of the opportunity to ascend those towers. The view of the City of Light from above is truly spectacular. Pena Palace in Portugal. Pena Palace perches atop a hill in Sintra, Portugal. This vibrant castle looks like it popped out of a storybook. King Ferdinand II crafted it in the 1800s, blending Gothic and Renaissance styles. The palace's sunny yellows and bold reds pop against the lush forest backdrop. You'll feel like you've stepped into royal shoes as you roam its fancy rooms and twisting towers. From this lofty spot, your eyes can feast on miles of scenery. The Sintra Mountains stretch out before you in a breathtaking panorama. Inside, rooms brim with antique furniture and art from bygone eras. Outside, gardens bursting with exotic plants and secret paths beg to be discovered. UNESCO crowned this palace a World Heritage Site for good reason. It's a must-see for history buffs, nature lovers, and anyone who swoons over jaw-dropping architecture. This colorful fortress is one of the best historical places to visit in Europe, offering a glimpse into Portugal's rich past. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. The Acropolis of Athens is a pinnacle of ancient Greek culture. This hilltop in Athens houses some of the most renowned buildings from antiquity. You'll admire the grand Parthenon Temple, the elegant Erechtheion, and the charming temple of Athena Nike. These structures showcase Greek art and architectural prowess from 2,500 years ago. Each year, numerous visitors ascend to explore this exceptional site. It's no surprise the Acropolis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As you wander around, you might feel transported to ancient times. The white marble columns and intricate carvings narrate stories of gods, heroes, and daily life in ancient Athens. Take a moment to appreciate the panoramic view of the city below from this elevated vantage point. The Acropolis is more than ancient ruins. It offers insight into the origins of democracy and Western philosophy. Wear comfortable shoes and prepare for a day of wonder at this premier European historical site. You'll be treading the same paths as ancient Athenians. Trakai Castle in Lithuania. Picture a castle straight out of a storybook, sitting pretty on an island. That's Trakai Castle for you. It's smack in the middle of Lake Galvi in Lithuania. The red brick walls and towers look like they are floating on the still water. It's a sight that'll make your jaw drop. This medieval wonder isn't just eye candy. It's packed with stories from Lithuania's past. Walking through its halls, you'll feel like you've stepped back in time. It's like a history lesson, but way more fun. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral in Sofia, Bulgaria. St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral towers over Sofia's heart. This massive church pays tribute to a Russian prince and draws folks from all corners. Its golden domes gleam against the sky, grabbing your attention from miles away. Step inside, and you're in for a treat. Dazzling mosaics and icons paint tales of faith and ancient days. The sheer size of this place will amaze you. It can accommodate 10,000 people. You'll feel small next to the enormous columns and sky-high ceilings. The air is cool and smells like incense. Soft light filters through colorful windows, making everything feel calm and quiet. Make sure to visit the crypt downstairs. It's filled with old religious art, and this spot gives you a chance to experience hundreds of years of Bulgarian culture. It's like stepping into the past and experiencing the Middle Ages. Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. Perched high in Bavaria, Neuschwanstein Castle is a sight to behold. This storybook palace attracts millions of visitors every year. In 1869, King Ludwig II of Bavaria decided to build a castle straight out of a fairy tale. The king's vision became a reality. Now you can admire sky-high spires and awe-inspiring halls that seem like magic come to life. Step inside, and you'll feel transported to another era. The castle sits majestically on a hill, surrounded by lush forests and mountains. Inside, you're in for a treat. Rooms adorned with scenes from Wagner's operas. Look out the windows, and your eyes will feast on a spectacular view. The Alps stretch out below, with lakes dotting the landscape. Unsurprisingly, this castle inspired Walt Disney's vision for Sleeping Beauty's castle. The ruins of Pompeii in Italy. Step back in time to Pompeii, Italy's frozen-in-time ancient city. This UNESCO gem shows you Roman life as it was when Mount Vesuvius blew its top in 79 AD. You'll walk the same streets, peek into homes, and hang out in public spaces that haven't changed in nearly 2,000 years. Don't miss the Forum, the heart of city life, or the theater where Romans cheered for gladiators. The Villa of the Mysteries will leave you scratching your head with its puzzling frescoes. It's no wonder millions flock here each year to soak up the history. But Pompeii isn't just a bunch of old rocks. It's a time capsule packed with goodies. As you wander, you'll spot colorful frescoes, intricate mosaics, and even ancient graffiti. Romans like to scribble on walls too. Scientists are still uncovering new secrets about Roman life from this treasure trove. Fair warning, you might come face to face with plaster casts of Vesuvius's victims. It's a stark reminder of that fateful day. But it also allows you to connect with folks who lived back when. Who knows? You might even spot an ancient Roman who reminds you of your next-door neighbor. Butrint in Sagrada Albania. Get ready to step back in time at Butrint, a hidden gem in Sagrada Albania. This old city, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a history buff's dream. You'll see excellent Greek, Roman, and Byzantine ruins in one place. The theater and city walls are still in great shape. As you roam around, you might feel like Indiana Jones, stumbling upon secret treasures at every turn. But Butrint isn't just about old buildings. The national park around it is bursting with life. You can spot cool plants and animals while soaking in views that will make your jaw drop. It's perfect for folks who love both history and nature. So pack your bags and get set for a wild ride through time in this magical spot. You'll come back with stories that'll make your friends green with envy. Borgholm Castle in Borgholm, Åland in Sweden. Borgholm Castle on Åland Island is a must-visit historical site in Europe. This medieval treasure showcases impressive ancient architecture that will astonish you. As you explore the grounds, you'll experience a journey through time. The castle is more than just an ancient structure. It's a portal to the past, revealing stories from centuries ago. You can physically interact with walls that have endured for hundreds of years. An incredible experience. The surrounding landscape is picturesque, so be sure to explore it. If you're a history enthusiast or simply interested in seeing something remarkable, Borgholm is an excellent destination. It offers a genuine glimpse into life during historical times. Consider planning a visit to this piece of Swedish history. You'll have the opportunity to walk the same paths as royalty and imagine yourself as a noble figure from the past. The experience is far more engaging than any history textbook. Buda Castle in Budapest in Hungary. This massive fortress has kept watch since the 13th century. Once home to kings, it's now your playground to explore. Walking its halls transports you to another era. The castle walls whisper tales of royal banquets and long-ago battles. Make sure to visit the Hungarian National Gallery inside. It's filled with art that illustrates Hungary's story. You'll get a panoramic view of the whole city from the castle grounds. It's truly a royal experience. UNESCO recognized Buda Castle as a World Heritage Site, which signifies its importance and cultural value. So bring your camera for photos and prepare for a medieval adventure in Budapest. It's one of those essential historical sites in Europe that will leave you in awe. Hey there, fellow time travelers. If you're enjoying this journey through these 30 historical places in Europe, you can visit someday. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Use the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Write a comment below to share your travel tips and experiences with these historical sites, or your want to add more to this list, so we can make another video in the future. Thanks for your support. Carcassonne Fortress in France. This French gem boasts an impressive fortress with double walls, so it's no surprise that UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site. Roman and Gothic styles blend seamlessly as you explore, capturing your attention at every turn. History enthusiasts will be captivated. You'll uncover stories of the Cathars and the Albigensian Crusade unfolding in this location. Visitors come from all over to experience Carcassonne. Once you're strolling its ancient streets, you'll understand why. The city walls tell tales of historic battles. Inside, you'll discover cozy cafes and shops offering local specialties. Make sure to explore every corner of this medieval wonder. It's an immersive experience where the past comes to life before your eyes. Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. This massive church attracts millions of visitors annually. Its odd blend of Gothic and Art Nouveau styles grabs your attention. The famous architect Antoni Gaudí dreamed up this wonder. Folks started building the church way back in 1882. Remarkably, construction is still ongoing. UNESCO designated Sagrada Familia a World Heritage Site. That's a big deal. The church spins tales through its art and design. You'll spot nature themes all over the place. Spires shoot up into the sky like stone trees. Step inside and you're in for a treat. Light dances through vibrant windows, painting the interior with color. It's as if you've walked into a forest made of stone. This gem is a must-see on your European adventure. Chambord Castle in France. Chambord Castle is a gem of the French Renaissance style. You'll gawk at its sheer size, 440 rooms and 282 fireplaces. The castle's double helix staircase, considered Leonardo da Vinci's handiwork, will blow your mind. As you wander through, you'll feel like a king or queen in this old hunting hangout of King Francis I. Chambord is nestled in a huge 13,000-acre forest and serves a feast of fancy buildings and natural beauty. You can roam the grounds imagining royal hunting parties from days gone by. This UNESCO World Heritage Site blends history and nature like peanut butter and jelly. Take your chance to see one of France's most jaw-dropping castles up close and personal. It's an absolute blast from the past that'll make your jaw drop. St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, Italy. St. Peter's Basilica shines as a gem in Vatican City. Folks flock here by the millions each year. Its charm and past make it a top pick in Rome. Its fancy Renaissance look will woo you, mostly whipped up by Michelangelo. Step inside, and you'll spot priceless art. Don't miss Michelangelo's famous Pieta sculpture, an absolute stunner. Walking into St. Peter's Square, you'll feel like you've returned in time. A massive ring of columns hugs the space, rolling out the red carpet for pilgrims and sightseers alike. But this basilica isn't just eye candy. It's a big deal for Catholics all over the world. Even if you're not into religion, you'll get why this place is so special. Here's a hot tip. Climb up to the dome. The views of Rome from up there, they are amazing. Edinburgh Castle in Edinburgh, Scotland. Sitting high on Castle Rock, Edinburgh Castle is a mighty fortress that watches over Scotland's capital. This famous spot has kept the city safe for hundreds of years and played a big part in Scottish history. As you check out its old walls and towers, you'll feel like you've returned in time. Inside, you'll spot cool stuff like the Honours of Scotland, the oldest crown jewels you'll find in the UK. Take advantage of St. Margaret's Chapel, the oldest building still standing in Edinburgh. Loads of folks visit this UNESCO heritage site every year. They come for its rich past and incredible views. Walking through the Great Hall, you might almost hear the sounds of old-time feasts and royal get-togethers. The castle's high elevation made it extremely important during the Wars of Scottish Independence. Now, it gives a neat look into Scotland's royal and army history. Edinburgh Castle is a must-see on any trip to Scotland if you're into history or want to see something extraordinary. It's one of those historical sites in Europe that'll knock your socks off. Alhambra in Granada, Spain. Prepare to step back in time at the Alhambra in Granada, Spain. This grand palace fortress is a mix of Moorish art and Christian touches. Built in the 1200s, it was home to the last Muslim rulers in Spain. Behind the Alhambra's walls, a world of wonder waits. You'll see fancy carvings, quiet courtyards, and bubbling fountains inside. It's like walking through a fairy tale. Take advantage of the General Life gardens next door. They offer great views and calm spots to chill out. Loads of folks flock to the Alhambra each year, so book your visit early. As you wander its halls, you'll get why it's one of Europe's top historical sites. The fancy decor and rich past make it a must-see for any traveler. It's like a history book come to life, so pack your bags and get ready to explore this gem of the old continent. Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. Auschwitz concentration camp is a grim reminder of the Holocaust. This Polish site attracts many people who want to learn about World War II's toll. Now, it's a memorial to those who faced pain and death there. The camp runs programs to teach about human rights and getting along with others. When you visit Auschwitz, you're in a place where history and emotions intersect. The buildings and displays tell a powerful story, and most visitors leave feeling deeply affected. If you're interested in European history, this is an essential stop. It's like experiencing a dark chapter of the past. The sights here will remain with you long after you leave. It's not a pleasant trip, but it's significant. You might find yourself reflecting on human nature. It's a profound experience, but it helps us remember why we must be kind. Your visit could alter your perspective on the world. Mont Saint-Michel in France. Mont Saint-Michel is a gem in Normandy, France. This island abbey draws in folks from all over. Picture a Gothic wonder rising from the sea, its towers reaching for the clouds. The place goes way back to the 700s, mixing old tales with jaw-dropping sights. As you get close, you'll notice how nature and human skill team up just right. Walking around Mont Saint-Michel feels like stepping into a storybook. The abbey's big rooms and twisty streets spin yarns about monks, travelers, and knights from long ago. UNESCO gave it a gold star, calling it a World Heritage Site. That's a fancy way of saying it's essential to our world's culture. The island's tides add some spice, sometimes cutting it off from the land. This creates a vibe you won't find anywhere else in Europe. It's one of those spots that'll stick in your mind long after you leave. The Duomo of Milan in Italy. You'll be blown away by the Duomo of Milan, Italy's biggest church. This Gothic wonder began in 1386 and took almost 600 years to complete. Its grand front is decked with statues and spires, making it a real eye-catcher. As the world's fifth largest cathedral, it's a must-see in Europe. Climb to the roof for amazing views of Milan and the surrounding area. The Duomo isn't just enormous, it's packed with history and beauty. UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site, showing how important it is to human culture. Step inside and find stunning art and architecture from centuries ago. This cathedral shows off what humans can do when they put their minds to it, drawing millions of folks each year. If you're into history or art or love seeing jaw-dropping sights, the Duomo of Milan won't disappoint you. It's one of those European historical sites that will leave a lasting impression long after your visit. Dubrovnik in Croatia. Dubrovnik, Croatia's gem on the Adriatic, is a trip back in time. This coastal town showcases buildings from the 1300s to the 1600s. The old town, which UNESCO loves, wows visitors with its famous city walls and rector's palace. Stroll through tiny streets and you'll feel like you've entered a history book. Dubrovnik was once a significant player in the Mediterranean trade, as evidenced by its busy squares and fancy buildings. The city's good looks have also caught Hollywood's eye. If you watch Game of Thrones, you might spot some familiar places. History buffs and TV fans will dig Dubrovnik's mix of old and new. This place is more than just pretty, it's a living, breathing piece of the past. You'll see why it's one of the top historical sites in Europe. Dubrovnik is a feast for your eyes and mind, from its old town to its seaside views. Island of Rhodes in Greece. Rhodes Island is a history enthusiast's paradise. It's a vast, sun-drenched, open-air museum where you can immerse yourself in the past while enjoying the Mediterranean climate. Greek, Roman, and Ottoman civilizations have all left their imprint here, evident in the island's rich cultural tapestry. Kamiros is an ancient city that has been preserved for ages. As you explore its ruins, you'll experience a vivid connection to the past. The medieval town of Rhodes, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, transports you to an era of knights and castles. Rhodes was once the site of the Colossus, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. While the statue no longer stands, you can still breathe in the sea air and envision the thriving trade that made this island a crucial hub in antiquity. As you explore, you'll encounter history in layers. Greek temples stand alongside Ottoman mosques, creating a diverse architectural landscape. It's as if history has come alive, and we decided to celebrate on the beach. Rhodes is ideal for those who appreciate historical sites and coastal beauty. Remember to pack your sunscreen. The ancient Greeks didn't leave any behind. Meteora in Greece. Meteora in Greece will blow your mind. This UNESCO World Heritage Site boasts massive rock pillars that shoot up from the ground. Eastern Orthodox monasteries dating back to the 14th century are perched on these cliffs. You'll feel like you've stepped into a storybook as you gaze at these old buildings sitting way up high. It's like they're floating in the clouds. Greece has tons of cool spots, but Meteora is something else. It's one of the country's most significant and crucial monk hangouts. The mix of nature's beauty and human history makes it a must-see place. The views from the monasteries are out of this world. It's like heaven and earth meet right before your eyes. You'll be in awe as you take in the sights. Meteora is where history and nature come together in a way that'll leave you speechless. Suomenlinna in Helsinki in Finland. Off Helsinki's shore sits Suomenlinna, a sea fortress that'll make history buffs swoon. This UNESCO gem, built by the Swedes in the 1700s, has seen its fair share of action. As you wander, you'll stumble upon old tunnels, barracks, and sturdy walls that whisper tales of ancient battles. But don't think it's all about war and cannons. These days, Suomenlinna's got a softer side. It hosts excellent art shows and fun events that'll tickle your fancy. You could easily spend a whole day hopping between these islands. Stroll along winding paths, explore museums, and take in breathtaking views that'll leave you in awe. Suomenlinna is a perfect mix of old-world charm and natural beauty, just a stone's throw from Finland's buzzing capital. Český Krumlov in the Czech Republic. Český Krumlov is a hidden jewel in the Czech Republic. This tiny town offers an extensive experience with its massive castle complex, one of the largest in Central Europe. As you explore its streets, you'll experience a journey through history. The town's winding lanes are visually captivating. Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque buildings stand side by side, narrating tales of centuries past. The Vltava River flows through the center of Český Krumlov, adding a touch of natural beauty to the scenery. History enthusiasts and adventure seekers will both find attractions here. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Český Krumlov is rich with medieval treasures awaiting discovery. If you visit in summer, consider experiencing the Five-Petaled Rose Festival, a memorable event. Consider canoeing down the river for a unique perspective on this stunning place. You'll view the town from a different vantage point. With its diverse offerings, Český Krumlov presents an ideal mix of history and enjoyment. It's a historical site in Europe that's truly worth visiting. Kronborg Castle in Helsingør in Denmark. Kronborg Castle in Helsingør, Denmark is a sight to behold. This mighty fortress stands tall at the edge of the Øresund Strait, keeping watch over the Baltic Sea. Built in the 1500s, it combines fancy Renaissance and Baroque styles. You might know it as the setting for Shakespeare's Hamlet. But there's so much more to this place. It's not just about plays and poetry. For centuries, Kronborg Castle was the big boss of the Baltic Sea trade. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's a fancy way of saying it's super important. You can walk along its rigid walls and soak in the fantastic sea views. Step inside and you're in for a treat. Royal rooms that'll make your jaw drop? Check. Secret passages that'll make you feel like a spy? You bet. It's perfect for history buffs and anyone looking for excitement. So, when planning your European adventure, remember to add this gem to your list. Trust me, Kronborg Castle is one stop you won't want to miss. Colosseum in Rome, Italy. A massive stone arena stands proud in Rome, the Colosseum, built in AD 80. This giant could hold up to 80,000 people who came to watch gladiators compete and other wild shows. The Romans were clever builders. They used arches and vaults to make the Colosseum sturdy and eye-catching. It's a prime example of ancient Roman engineering ingenuity. Millions visit this ancient wonder each year. It's so special that UNESCO included it on its World Heritage list. And the Colosseum even secured a spot on the new 7 Wonders of the World roster. Walking through its arches, you'll feel transported to another era. It's a must-see for history enthusiasts or anyone wanting to experience life in ancient Rome. The Colosseum isn't just an old building. It's a portal that takes you straight to the center of the Roman Empire. There you have it, history fans. We've traveled through 5,000 years of European history, from Stonehenge's ancient rocks to the Sagrada Familia's modern twists. We've explored Roman amphitheaters, medieval castles, opulent palaces, and more. This video is just the beginning. Each of these 30 locations deserves days or even weeks of exploration. They're not just tourist attractions, but gateways to our vast human story. Consider planning your own historical tour in Europe. You might prefer sun-soaked Greek ruins, German castles that seem plucked from fairy tales, or the poignant reminders of recent history in Poland. There's something for every history enthusiast. If you enjoyed this brief journey through European history, subscribe for more travel ideas. We'd love to hear from you. Share your favorite historical sites in the comments. Have you visited any of these places? Which one intrigues you the most? Our journey doesn't end here. We're preparing more videos like this one. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, every ancient stone has a story to tell. This is your Inspiration Quick Travel Guide. I'm signing off for now. Travel safely and enjoy your historical adventures.